Rodney, you guys came back to win a game you had to have against the Giants, and you almost beat the Ravens or rallied to tie them last Sunday. What is it about this team that you have all these injuries, yet you're so resilient, especially in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, man, I think you said it best. It's a resilient group. There's no quit in us. And honestly, we fight to the very end. And you've seen that on countless occasions this season. And, we've been a couple plays away from having a winning season. But unfortunately, the record, it is what it is. But it was good just to come away with the win last night. It took a complete team effort. We didn't play well collectively as one, I would say, for 60 minutes, but we did enough. There were times in spurts where, the defense held up, and there were times, obviously, in that fourth quarter where we score, I think, 12 consecutive points to win the game. And Carson and guys like Boston Scott, Rich Rogers, Greg Ward, Fulgham, Hightower, all those guys step up and contribute. And of course, special teams, they continue to do their part. And it's good. Everything is starting to come together. Things that we preach and talk about. But most importantly, it was good to walk away with a win versus a division opponent and put us in first place right now.
You mentioned the record, and obviously you don't want to be at 2-4-1 right now, but where you are in this division, it's yours to take. You control your own destiny. Does it really matter what division records are or what your overall records are? As long as you have an opportunity to win a division, get a home playoff game in January, anything can happen.
That's the goal. When we set out, is to win a division. We understand what that entails. That gives us a ticket into the playoffs and gives us an opportunity to reach the ultimate goal, which is a world championship. And so we just have to continue to do our part. These next 2 weeks are very critical for, our goals in the division. We have the Cowboys coming in Sunday night, and then we play the Giants again. So we have to make sure we prepare well. It's going to take everything once again. We understand how these division games go. It's a fight to the end, and it's all about heart. Who wants it more? And we have to continue to display that. And I'm confident in our team that we will win this division when it's all said and done.
Now that you did win that game against the Giants, you could probably look back at this with a different perspective. But what was your view on Daniel Jones running free to the end zone? Nobody ahead of him, 88-yard touchdown. Obviously, a lot of people are going to be poking fun at him on social media and already have. What was your view on that when he trips at the 8-yard line?
Yeah, I mean, I saw him break loose, and I was praying someone tracked him down, and I didn't really see anyone near him for some time until someone got into the picture, and I started to see him stumble, and I said, man, we have an opportunity, we have a chance. I thought Jalen possibly was going to get the ball out, and that was going to be another turnover for us. But hey, we got him down, and now we give ourselves a chance to get off the field with a turnover or make them kick a field goal. Unfortunately, I think it was a bad call by the ref. We stopped them on third down, gives them first and goal on the one, and they score shortly after. But, you look back on that play now, you laugh about it. I'm sure, his teammates, gave him the blues about it as well. I've seen some comments. This is how 2020 is going. For us, but man, hey, hate to see it, but it gave us an opportunity to play red zone defense.
You guys have a few extra days off before you get Dallas, and then you also have a bye before you play the Giants. You're banged up, guys going down. How much do you need this extra time off, and how are you guys going to use it? Obviously, you get some time off, and is it get away and sit at home in the tub or whatever you can do to just relax and try your best to get as healthy as possible?
Yeah, I think it's a few things. It's reset the mind, step away a little bit because we played a lot of ball in the past, 10 days, coming off a tough loss with the Ravens, and now we walk away with a victory. So I think it gives us time to reset. It gives us time to heal our wounds that we have, take advantage of this time to rest, recover. And also we get an early start on Dallas, understanding, like I said, the magnitude of this game, what this means for our season and our team. We have to play at our best. That's what it will take for us to win this game. They won't take us lightly, regardless of their injuries. We're in the same situation, so we have to prepare well, and then we get some guys back. We heal up some wounds, man, and we go out there and play how we should.
Rodney, you and your wife, Erica, have a My Voice, My Vote initiative through your Change Our Future Foundation. You're going to be doing, I know, a ton to encourage people to get out there and vote. Tell me why this initiative is so important to you and your wife.
Yeah, My Voice, My Vote was something that we created and thought was important during this time of voting. It's a very important election. We wanted to be advocates for, voter education, voter awareness, making sure that people are getting to the polls. And we've taken on that role. Our foundation has. I think it first started with my radio show that I have every Tuesday, and highlighting the purpose of voting, understanding that you need to exercise your right to vote, and how everyone vote matters and it counts. And so we've talked about it on countless occasions. We've made sure people are informed about important dates, deadlines, understanding that now there are various forms in how you can vote this year due to COVID. You can go to your local polling sites. You can do mail-in ballots. But what's most important is that you have to be registered to vote. And we started that as well during my Everybody Eats, which we do every single month, bringing 40,000 pounds of food, but for, the food insecurities. But outside of that, we made sure that there was voter registration sheets there for people to sign up just in case. And there are new laws set up, obviously, during this election. I think there's naked ballots and a policy that's been set out by the state of Pennsylvania, pretty much saying if you don't put your ballot in a secrecy envelope that they require you to do, that your vote will be void. And so it's important that people understand all of these laws that are in place, where their polling sites are, deadlines. And then on top of that, we have decided that there's been a disparity in North Philly. The turnout hasn't been very well in that particular area when it comes to voting, in comparison to the amount of people who are actually registered to vote. So what we decided to do is on election day, be able to provide some form of transportation for a lot of these individuals within that community, getting them there to the polls, providing that access for them who may not have it and who may be in need. And then we plan to include some double-decker buses. We want to make voting popular. We want to make voting cool. And so we've decided to turn it into this pep rally and encouraging voters, all the voter participation. And so we're going from various sites out throughout the city, West Philly, North Philly, South Philly, touching it as much as we can, bringing a DJ around, tying in city officials, other Eagles players like myself, other influencers, to kind of rally behind, man, and support everyone who has taken the time to go out and vote. And then we also want to show a little love to the poll workers for the amazing work and commitment that they're doing. They're volunteers, and without them, none of this would be possible. So we've decided to support some small businesses in the local area, and be able to hand out meals and beverages, coffee and tea, to make the time a little more lighthearted and go by a little easier for them.
You mentioned the double-decker bus. Where did you get that idea? Are you and your wife going to be on it? Are you going to be part of, that free shuttle service? I'm sure people would like to go down out there if they have an opportunity to see you.
Yeah. So it actually was my wife's idea. I cannot take credit for it. She came up with the brilliant idea that it would be good to have some sort of double decker and have the community be able to see us, as well as other influencers, some of my teammates, and just have some interaction with the community while we touch these sites. Play some games, do some interview questions, play some music, make it upbeat, kind of change the idea around voting. And like I said, create some energy and excitement to get people to these polls. So that was the whole thought process behind it. We'll probably spend roughly 15 to 30 minutes at each polling site along our route. I think we're planning on 6 locations. We'll be probably pushing that out this week so everyone's aware where we will be. And it'll be a fun day, man. I'm excited. And most importantly, I just want to see a great turnout by the city of Philadelphia.
Rodney, how do you feel about the NFL's social justice initiatives, the job that they're doing? Is there more that you would like them to see get done?
I feel like I've touched on this a lot. The league has taken steps in the right direction. I think there is more that can be done, and I think there will be more to do. But like I said, I am seeing improvement, and they're starting to move the needle. So I'm hoping that we continue this push moving forward, because it is a continuing fight for justice and equality. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen in one season. So we will have to continue to make this this commitment, not only from the NFL, but from us players, owners, coaches, everyone that's involved in the league, all hands on deck to get this, to make change happen.
Helping to build strong families and communities. I know that's the mission for your foundation. Rodney, how important is that to emphasize, especially in inner cities, and let young men and women grow up with strong parental influence, so they're not going out somewhere else looking for that kind of leadership, that it should start with a strong family?
Man, it's so true. Your foundation, man, kind of propels you and starts your journey. And if you have, positive role models surrounding you, the likelihood, your success rate rises. And that's what we want to implement with Change Our Future. Those are the individuals that we are creating. We're creating leaders of tomorrow, and we're empowering the youth to understand that your voice is powerful. You are the future. And so we want to continue to, be those positive role models they can lean on, be those examples, be that support system, but understanding that it does start, with your home, with a brother, with a sister, with a friend. So encouraging everyone, man, just to, grab someone and help, change someone's life and make it better.
Rodney, how much does your faith inspire you with all that you do, giving back, getting out there in the community, trying to rally around people, get people to build strong families, supporting the volunteers and others with all of the food that you guys donate? How much is that inspired by your faith?
A lot. And I think a lot just has to do with how I was raised. And like you said, my faith, being a man of God, and things that you see in the Bible, and what God, what he preaches, and what he says, and understanding my role. And I think a lot of it just stems from my heart, man. It comes from a very genuine place, understanding that I've been placed on this earth for a reason, on this earth for a reason, in this seat wearing his helmet with his platform for a reason, and just taking advantage of it. And whatever is near and dear on my heart, just giving it everything that I have. First and foremost, that's out on the field. But outside of that, that's, helping a kid, giving them opportunities and resources that they deserve. Because I'm aware of what my childhood was like, and the abilities and opportunities that I was afforded, and that allowed me to be successful. And so I'm want to do the same in return, and like I said, help some kids out along the way.
Rodney, I always see you with these cool T-shirts, and you got really nice, cool T-shirt designs. Is that something that you yourself are coming up with? Are they available? Can people purchase those? Is there anything along those lines? Money going to somewhere, charity, or anything like that?
The shirt that I have on today, this was supporting actually a Black-owned brand back in Washington, D.C. called Dreams of Triumph. I made a purchase for this shirt, so I can't claim it. But, my actual clothing store, Bag of House, we had some state of emergency T-shirts going out surrounding education, and we actually donated 50% of the proceeds back to Digital Pioneers Academy School in Washington, D.C. Those T-shirts are still available today. You can go to bohusa.com to make a purchase. And yeah, that's kind of the story behind that. But yeah, the shirts continue, man. There's I have an endless amount, all different messaging, and just got to keep it going.
I know you got to run. One more football thing for you, Rodney. In this city and anywhere really, the coach, the quarterback, they get too much credit, they get too much blame. What have you seen out of Doug's leadership that you guys always seem to rise up to adversity, whether it was in 17 when you won the Super Bowl and lost Carson and JP and Darren Sproles and Jordan Hicks, Chris Margos and the list, and then coming back in 18 and 19, backs against the wall down the stretch. What is it about his leadership that you guys can rally around him?
Man, I just think, for Doug, he understands us. He understands what we go through as players. He played this game. And I think, that's why players have a great deal of respect for him. It's a give and take relationship. And what I love most about him is he stay the same. We're consistent throughout. His messaging is always the same. And I think just as an organization, man, we make no excuses. We hold everyone to the same level of standard, regardless coming in. If you're starter on the depth chart or you're the fourth string guy, it doesn't matter. Everyone prepares as if they're a starter. And I think when their time is called, you see guys, rise to the occasion. And then you got to credit, leaders on the team, the culture that we built here. It's kind of a no blink mentality, no quit. And that's the city of Philadelphia, man. It's a blue collar, gritty, just get down, get your hands dirty, whatever it takes type of mentality. And that's what it is. It doesn't have to be pretty. Everybody, I know a lot of people want us to win the game 31-3. But, we just take them for what it is, man. A win is a win. I'll take 22-21. I'll take 19-20, 13-12-7 in the playoff game versus Atlanta Falcons comes down to, last play of the game. We just get it done, and we're going to find a way. And that's, like I said, that's credit to the culture we built here as leaders. And that's credit to Doug's messages, just being consistent, us trusting in him and respecting him, and guys just being prepared at all times for when their name is called.
From the perspective of a safety, how tough is it to defend a quarterback like Carson, who never gives up, man? He never gives up on a play. And sometimes that means he's going to take a risk, but the reward could be greater. How tough is it when you have to face guys like that? You see them in practice, but I'm sure you face quarterbacks like that sometimes who never want to give up a play.
Yeah, it's hard because, at any moment, man, he can make the big play. He can do it with his legs. He can do it with his arm. Carson's is talented as the best of them. And when you have a quarterback like that, you have to be very disciplined in the back end in the way that you approach the game. And so he puts a lot of challenges, on you as a defender. And glad to have him as my quarterback, man. And I'm hoping to see more of that. That's when he's at his best, when he's able to create. And there are times where I say, man, what? Don't throw it. And I think I made a comment. I think it was San Fran game. I'm sitting right there next to, I think, some offensive guys. And I'm like, no, don't throw it. And he throws it across the field. Dude makes a crazy catch. And I said, don't listen to me. Hey, just do your thing, man. But I trust in him. Man. I believe in 11. And I know he's received a lot of criticism this season, in his short season so far. But you're starting to see the Carson that we all know. And he's going to continue to play that way and get us to where we need to get to.
Well, Rodney, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for your time. My voice, my vote, that's the initiative. And you guys are going to be out there election day and all up until then, getting people encouraged to go out there and vote. So really appreciate it. Great stuff that you're doing.
No, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. It's going to be a great day on November 3rd. I'm excited about it and what we're going to be able to do for this city.